lovers. Today we're going to be looking at this fantastic book. It's called The Art of My Father's Dragon, and it's basically, it's based on the Netflix film My Father's Dragon. It's a stunning behind the scenes art book delving into the exciting world that's been brought to life in the Netflix show. We'll be looking at all of the artwork and the concept art that's featured within. Just to mention briefly, I have actually been sent this by the publisher, Abrams, to offer an independent review. So that's what this video is going to be. No money has changed hands. I shall just be giving a very honest opinion on what I think of this particular publication. So this book was published in 2023, I think in February. So it's a hardcover book. I think that goes without saying. You can see that here. It's about 223 pages long. If we just spend a moment looking at the actual contents, this book is divided up into various sections. We've got the foreword first, then we've got a section charting an unpredictable journey, then we've got a section devoted to the characters, then the locations, and then we've got something which is referred to as anatomy of a scene, the crocodile river crossing, so folk zooms in on that. Then we've got final words and some acknowledgements at the very back. So the actual artwork is a mixture of concept artwork. There's some storyboards in here. There's other stuff such as a colour script towards the end, I think on page 214 and 15. Shows off all the blues used. So in case you don't know, this is actually based, this film, on a book called My Father's Dragon that was first published in 1948. By someone called Ruth Stiles. So that is what the inspiration was for the entire film. I love this image on page 20 with the characters running down these stairs and the massive shadows. It's very evocative. Reminds me a little bit of Rayman, the game. And on page 24 I like this little insight into the modelling, the character movement. It's really good. It talks about how they were trying to give the characters sort of grace that complements the scene composition in a cinematic way. Similarly, there's a page here that's looking at how the dragon moves as well, walking on four legs. So as I mentioned, there's a fair few storyboards in here, but also sort of colour scripts. There's quite a lot of information about specifically the colours that are used in this film. I really like this on page 31 here, where you get like a breakdown of these sort of characters and the colours that were used in their creation. That's really interesting. I think if I'm being really honest, I always think that the character section of these kind of books is the best, to be honest. I prefer that to locations. It's just a thing. I like to see kind of how they've come to develop characters, giving them personalities and the decisions that reinforce that. And it's no exception in this book. There's lots of pages given over to the main characters in the film. There's Mom there, look. The cat, etc. I think if you're interested in animation, CGI, cartoons, or just sort of telling a story really, then I think this is definitely worth a look through. It's quite inspiring. There's lots of food for thought in here, and I've really enjoyed having a look through this and reviewing it. So I'll stop talking now and just turn through some of these pages so you can have a little look for yourself and see what's actually included in the book. So just to conclude, this book was published by Abrams. It's available from most booksellers, including Amazon. The RRP is £35 in the UK. I think it's a lovely book. Definitely one for fans of the film, but as I mentioned earlier, anyone else who's studying art, animation, or cartoons and CGI, those kinds of areas, will find this really interesting to look through. So yeah, great book. Buy it if you're into those sorts of things. Thank you for sending it to me, and I've enjoyed looking through. Thanks for watching this video, folks, and we'll see you next time.